Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy's show. Step off.
Come on, won't you say it loud? Ayo, we gon' turn this out. Tom Clark's Main Event. Drop kick.
Ho, 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 kids. Welcome back to the program. Tom Clark back here with you yet again on another Friday. They call me, oh, Captain, my Captain, but today they call me, oh, Santa, my Santa. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you very much. We got the tree over here. We got the heat over here, which is good. My freaking hands are freezing. It's been a good week. It's been a weird week, but we're back here with you. This is the holiday special. If you celebrate Christmas, you're good. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, you're good. If you celebrate Hanukkah, you're good. If you don't celebrate anything, you're good as well, because we got them all here for you today, kids. That's right. The 2025, we'll get it. Holiday special is live and in full effect. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it very much. You guys are the best. We got loads to get into here today. We got fun stuff to talk about here today. We're going to cover the headlines. And, of course, as we said, this is the holiday special. Let's say a couple of hellos before we get started here. The first of the table was Sandy in Germany. What's up, Sandy? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. JP, Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Both you guys. Scott Larson, what's up, my friend? How are you doing? Hey, what's up? I'm glad you're back. Christine, right? Am I getting your name right? I saw you on Tina's show the other night. I appreciate you hanging out with me yet again. Kids, before we go any further, first off, if you will, smash the like button for me. That'd mean loads to me. And also, if you would please, share this show on your feed, on your socials. We'd appreciate it very much. The link's real easy. To take it, copy, paste it, and say, hey, everybody, blah, blah, whatever. Or just freaking paste the thing. Let your friends who are wrestling fans join in the fun. Let your enemies, who may also be wrestling fans, join in the fun. And we'll be nice to them. We'll be nice to them to a point, but they better mind their cues. You know what I mean? P's and Q's, that is. Because, watch your step, McCoy. That's all I'm saying. All right, kids, before we go any further, let's bring up our guest to the stage. You know him from the Patton Report. You know him from Bachman's Basement. And yes, you know him from Boink Studios. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man, the myth, the legend, CRP, Christopher Ray Patton. What's up, Chris?
Ho, 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 ho. Happy holidays, everyone.
It means more coming from you because you're rocking that beard. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm trying to get in a union job when I retire. Thinking about working at Macy's or something.
There you go. I think we were just messaging about Miracle on 34th Street, the original, and I freaking love that movie. Wasn't it you I was messaging about that movie?
We went down a rabbit hole of favorite Christmas films.
That's right.
I believe that one got brought up.
I love that movie so much.
We talked about It's a Wonderful Life. We talked
Yeah.
about, and we have something coming up. If it hasn't already, I don't think it's already came out.
Comes out Tuesday.
Coming out Tuesday. Another one of our favorite Christmas films.
That's right.
Obviously, The Gremlins. It's in the backlog for 6
Right.
podcast. A little free plug for Tom there.
I'm just saying.
One of my favorites. I've made it through all of my favorites except for Muppets Christmas Carol, which is probably my number one with a bullet outside of Gremlins. So that's going to be happening here before Christmas. Usually Christmas Eve is the night that falls on. But yeah, good things all around.
I watched the Muppet Christmas Carol last night, actually. It was one of the few
great.
I hadn't watched it. I love it. Yeah, it's so good. It's one of the few I hadn't watched yet. You know what's funny is that because of my age, it didn't hit with me the way it hits with other people because I wasn't quite young enough, but I also grew up with the original Muppet Show, which I freaking love. So, I can't not like the movie. Do you know what I mean? It's freaking impossible.
It's my second favorite Muppets movie. My first favorite is Muppets Treasure Island. That's a banger for anyone out there that hasn't seen it. It's got Tim Curry as a pirate. What else could you ask for?
You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Should AEW have a Hall of Fame? Sure. Who should be inducted? Chris Jericho for sure. Sorry, I don't care how anybody feels about him. E says Die Hard's not a Christmas movie. E, you can show yourself out the door, my friend, because you obviously don't know what you're talking about.
That's also in the archive, kids.
Last year's episode 6M podcast, we had the screen full of a bunch of dudes who disagree with you, E. You know what they say? Strength in numbers.
Die Hard 2 is not a Christmas movie.
I don't think that it is either. I don't.
It's more
feel
about
that it
bad
is.
things can happen at an airport movie.
Yeah. Bad things happen to John McClane. That's what the movie franchise should have been called. So let's jump into some headlines, kids. By the way, this is a holiday episode, as I've announced previously announced numerous times here on today's show. We're going to be very loose with the format here today. Feel free to just blurt stuff out. I mean, be respectful. Don't nobody act a fool up in here, okay? But there's some stuff I want to talk about for sure, and I only got a couple of headlines on the docket, and then we'll get to some other things happening. Chris, I know you just caught up on AEW.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about that 45-minute promo with all the top guys in the ring. That was a slog of a promo. Am I the only one that hits that way?
There was a lot of long things on the show. Matches included as far as a weekly TV show goes. But yes, it did feel a bit like a slog at times. I think there was enough meat on the bone to keep me entertained, but I'm kind of like you, man. Let's get it in like 2-3 minutes and have some more wrestling. Can we get some more wrestling?
Mm-hmm. I think Alvarez said, they let MJF come in and run down their 3 top guys, and no one got to respond. I'm like, that's kind of true.
Yeah, I think he was spot on there. But it's MJF, right? Like they see him as their top guy to some extent. Yeah. For better or worse, we'll see. We'll see how the run goes. Right? He's just now coming back, so maybe they got big plans we're not aware of where he should be running these people down. But it is a bit weird. It's you're kind of just shoehorning him back into the picture on a promo, which I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of as far as building a storyline going forward.
By the way, shout out Phil Lindsay, kids. Phil and I get into this discussion about Hangman, and he's got strong opinions about Hangman. They're not negative. But his take on Hangman is, in his opinion, Hangman doesn't necessarily have it. In other words, if Swerve walked into a room, you didn't know who he was, he might turn your head and you go, dude, is that guy somebody? If Hangman walked in, would he have the same effect? In your opinion, in that ring full of top guys, I don't mean for all time, who's the top guy in that ring on Wednesday night?
Oh,
does it depend?
Yeah. I think, to me, it's always storyline, right? Like that goes a long way, but you're just talking about look. I think Swerve has the best
presence.
Look.
Yeah.
Hangman's look is he's the cowboy, right? That's the gimmick. It's that's going to be that. I think the thing about where you don't see Hangman as necessarily a top guy is that other people have done it better for being the cowboy. Like, I don't know. There's people like Cowboy Bob Watts or Terry Funk and Dory Funk, and you're comparing it to a lot of other things where Swerve is kind of his own original thing, right? Like, so that, that's different. I think that hits better in 2025. Outside of that, I would say MJF. MJF's always looked like a top guy, carries himself like a top guy. If you're just talking about look, but when you get into like the ring work and what they're able to do and the way promos are delivered and the way they carry themselves when they have the title, it's kind of hard to say that about Hangman.
And maybe no one agrees with me, and if you guys don't, that's fine. But I kind of feel like Hangman's gimmick is, well, this dude wears chaps and he's a cowboy. I'm like, I think that's fine if you lean into it, but I think he's genuine. I don't think it's an act. I think he's genuine in the gimmick, but I don't know if he really leans into it. And I don't know what I mean by that. I don't know do I need to see video of Hangman on a horse on a ranch? Maybe it couldn't hurt. Do I need to see it all the time? Maybe not. I don't know. Just this notion of like, they call me Hangman for a reason. I don't know. I kind of feel like.
Does anyone really like the good guy cowboy gimmick though? Cowboy gimmick usually works better as a heel. So if you're gonna, when he was a heel, maybe it worked a little better. I don't know. When I think of a cowboy, I think of like I said, Dory and Terry, who always to me worked better as heels. Cowboy Bob Watts. That that's what I think of. Man wearing the black hat, not the white one, Tom.
Blackjack Mulligan.
The bad. Yeah, Blackjack Mulligan. Like the classic cowboy characters, they kind of do dastardly things. And Hangman gets there because a lot of matches he's in kind of lead themselves to him doing dastardly things. But at the end of the day, he's supposed to be a babyface. So that's kind of a knock against that as far as a gimmick goes. You got to be able to evolve it a little bit. Like Stone Cold is basically a cowboy character, but evolved it to be like blue collar, kind of a combination of a Terry Funk, Dusty Rhodes anti-authority figure. Like, you got to find a way to get there. I agree with that. Like, it doesn't have there's not any kind of other level to what he does.
Fernando says it worked for Dusty. I don't know if I'd classify that the same. We saw Dusty in T-shirt and jeans and baseball hats as much as we ever saw him in a cowboy hat. I mean, Dusty didn't wear chaps in the ring. He didn't. Barry Windham wore the Western style. I mean, Dusty wore the Western style boots too, but like, it wasn't. I never equated that to being Dusty's gimmick.
Dusty also wore like 70s pimp hats and fur coats. Like, Dusty's kind of his own. That was my point. Is you can take that character. Like, if you're going to do the babyface thing, it did work for Dusty. You're right, but he sprinkled a little something special on it, didn't he? He's from Texas, but let's sprinkle. Where's the sprinkle at? That's what we need from Hangman. I think it's just a sprinkle of something else.
Yeah, and I didn't mean to get us off track because, like, I actually love Hangman Adam Page. I don't want to underestimate the guy. I do. I will tell you that until he got that edge to him with the whole Swerve stuff, that crowd had pretty much turned on him. And it was like, when they boo you after the guy broke into your baby's nursery and you get booed, that's a problem. He should have been over the day after that happened, but he wasn't. It took some time for that crowd to go, hey, man, it's pretty cool. But it took a bit to get there, right? Like, it wasn't overnight, dude.
Right, but at that point, you got Prince Nana with Swerve, and he's in a storyline with Swerve, right? And you almost have a switch between babyface and heel there. So that's kind of a weird scenario in general. And yes, Dusty wore a lot of stuff throughout his career. That was the point. Hangman hasn't evolved he's the cowboy, but he's not. There's nothing else there to the cowboy. Like, where's the rest of the story? Like, think of True Grit, right? Let's look at it from a Western perspective.
Yeah.
Like, yes, John Wayne is a cowboy and he's a hard ass, but then there's this soft underlying character that makes you care about him as he goes further through that film to take care of the person he's trying to protect. Like, where's the rest of the story?
The most Western thing about Dusty was the John Wayne, his fascination with John Wayne, which found its way into so many storylines that he wrote because he loved John Wayne, and that's what he equated himself to. And,
but he also took the little bits of like people like Thunderbolt Patterson, and
very true.
That's what I'm saying is, otherwise it's going to be a little stagnant, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not wrong. JP's got a good point. Page has been there since day one. You think he'd be more recognizable, like outside that company. I'm going to tell you something, kids. There's pro wrestling famous, and then there's famous. A lot of pro wrestlers are pro wrestling famous. They're not famous. You and I would know who they are. Your neighbor may not know who they are. And I'm not saying that's a good or bad thing, but this notion of famous, I mean, I buy into that to a certain degree, Chris, but, like, there's probably people you're familiar with in your world. I'm not saying there's rock star software developers, but I'm sure you probably know names, companies of, if you met those people, like, oh, I'm on a fangirl, let me shake your hand, you're awesome. Whereas somebody else would go, I don't know who the frick that is. So to me, there's different levels of fame. I think people look at WWE and say, famous, famous, famous. They're just so accustomed to that. I don't know how fair it is to look at AEW or TNA or another company. It's not quite the same. It's just pro wrestling famous. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. But there is some sort of, like, there is recognizability, but there's not many stars that have that even now, even on the other side. Even if you're looking at WWE, that are like, do people outside of wrestling know who Gunther is? You know what I mean? We're not talking about like Hogan, Stone Cold, The Rock for any of these companies realistically. If you're saying that we need another one of those, I think I think in either company would take one. If you got one, send it along, kind of thing.
Sure.
I don't know that we've hit that. I mean, John Cena was probably the last one. If you kind of want to put Roman in that boat, I guess, but really, like, as far as like walking up to someone who doesn't watch wrestling and knows nothing about it and just kind of knows people from late night shows and ESPN or whatever. Yeah. I mean, that's more on the company to make those connections and try to get that name out there. But yeah, I would, Hangman could be that guy. I don't know. I've never seen him on ESPN. Maybe he has great takes on West Virginia football.
And by the way, why haven't we seen him? I mean, I know ESPN's got this partnership with WWE. Why don't we see, like, Tony Khan's got a lot of pull in the sports world. And I'm sure this happens to a degree that I'm not aware of. Don't get me wrong. Because you see that wrestlers on the sidelines of Jaguars games all the time. Like, I know it happens. I just don't know if it happens enough, in my opinion. Like, I don't know, man.
Well, I mean, I think that's the, part of it is a lot of the late night shows are tied in with WWE somehow. You get NBC and ESPN have a working relationship. They need to find things like that they could do. Well, ESPN's bought up a lot of the sports, but you got to find other ways to get your names out there. I mean, Jericho's been in a bunch of movies and stuff, but once again, that he comes from WWE. Same thing with, Mercedes Moné, I think is pretty well known, right? Like,
for sure.
Just the wrestling world, but once again, she comes from WWE. So yeah, AEW hasn't had that person yet, but also it's kind of comparing apples to oranges when you're going against a company that's been around for 60 or 70 years at this point.
Well, I think Mercedes is the most recognizable star AEW has. I don't think it's even close. Paul White, if he's there, if he's hanging around, Paul White. But
yeah, Jericho, right?
Jericho, if he's still there.
That's a whole nother, can of worms.
No, Fernando says, I don't want AEW wrestlers on ESPN when WWE guys go on ESPN. It looks and feels cringe. Here's my answer to that, Fernando. It depends on who's running the show, who's telling them what to say and how to say it and how to behave. Has anybody seen Gabe Kidd? Gabe Kidd was making the rounds last year with, was it Wrestle Kingdom, whatever show he's promoting? And he was doing like a morning talk show, full-blown character. Had sunglasses on, was pissed off the whole time. Full character. And I'm sure they let the newscaster in on it because she was awesome with him. But I'm like, you go, man. That's freaking great. Like, he maintained character through that whole freaking interview. Never broke one time.
Well, I mean, that's like, MJF could be that guy, right? Like,
Absolutely.
I want to see MJF on First Take with, Stephen A. Smith. That seems like a fun time. But again, I think it depends on what they're talking about. They're big football. Like when you're talking about ESPN, they're not really talking about wrestling that much. It's about whatever topic they're into or, whatever. But AEW doesn't really, I don't know. It's kind of different markets of who they're trying to appeal to also.
Totally agree. Yeah, and kids, we're just throwing out examples. That's all. Well, we'll see how it goes. Well, World's End is now next weekend, and we're not exactly previewing the show because we're not going to be here next week anyway, kids. This will be the last episode of 2025. How you like that? We'll be back in 2026 with episode, and you'd think I would know my numbers by now. One moment, please. Talk amongst yourselves.
405, 406,
404, I believe.
Yeah, I was close.
You were very close.
I was on the anniversary episode, so I kind of remember.
Yeah. Jeez Louise, man. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, a lot of the people I did name to respond to Jeff in the comments were in movies, but that goes back to WWE and WWE Studios, and it's a big part of that.
Hey, I completely disagree with you. If you put Ricochet anywhere, no one's going to know who Ricochet is. I'm sorry.
I think that's like a Reddit joke.
Is it?
If it's what this is a PG show, kids. If it's the joke that I think it is about maybe some photo leaks.
I think I know what you mean now. Well done, E. If that's what you meant.
If not, then you're just completely wrong. But if you're just meant the internet knows who this guy is, then yeah, probably.
I like how it was. E, if you meant this, you're friggin'. But if you didn't, you're awesome. Yeah, it was great. Kids, I'm going to put this banner up. The banner is, for the audio listeners, the banner is John Cena's final match. By the way, we didn't really talk much about MJF's return. Thoughts? Glad to see him back. I mean, is he winning that belt next Saturday? Because I think he is.
God. Is that too soon?
No. Yes.
Doesn't he also have the ring match coming up too? Is that a thing?
I think he's winning it.
Yeah,
I think he's winning it.
I guess. It's a little bit of a hot swap in the title there.
Yeah, I think that's why they took it off Paige, because they didn't want to hurt Paige. But Joe can lose it, and it doesn't matter, and Joe doesn't need a long title reign. By the way, I'm against
this booking logic of.
I hate it too.
Yeah, so it's not gonna hurt him because he lost to Joe, but then MJF is gonna beat Samoa Joe, and then Hangman can chase the title, Like, what is that? I never understood this. Like, if you build both guys up and he loses to whoever he loses to, why does it matter? It's not going to hurt him.
Mm-hmm. Shane says, would you say Mercedes is more of a star than Moxley? Absolutely. Outside the pro wrestling business, you better believe it. I love John. No one knows who John is outside of that company, kids. And, back in the day when Punk was dropping that pipe bomb, no one knew who Punk was before the pipe bomb happened outside of the business. And you could argue, Chris, no one knew who he was after he dropped the pipe bomb. Like, he brought a lot of eyes to the product. But when that dude jumped to UFC and appeared in a movie or two and wrote some Marvel comic books, suddenly it becomes, okay, I think that's that wrestling guy. You know what I mean? So,
well, UFC, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
That was the first. They made so much money off Punk, by the way.
I'm sure. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But like, I would, Mercedes Moné, she's also known across nations as well. I don't know. I guess it depends on, like you're talking about too. We're talking about people who don't care about wrestling at all, right? Like,
right. Yeah. That's what I mean, for sure.
In the wrestling community, I think, is John Moxley is better known than well, I don't know. They're probably pretty equal, right? They both kind of they both held titles everywhere they've been, like probably on the same level in the wrestling community, but yeah, like Mercedes Moné was all over the place with WWE. Like, I think people easily forget that, like, she headlined WrestleManias with Charlotte Flair and was on ESPN and not Saturday Night Live, but late night shows. And I think people are, they're more familiar with Sasha Banks. That's the thing, is you got the name change there too. So maybe there's something to that. If you said Sasha Banks, more people would know her than Dean Ambrose, I would think, in casual conversations with
probably so.
Fans.
Well, she's in the Star Wars universe. That carries a heck of a lot of weight because now the fanboys know him. So, or know her, excuse me. He says MJF is overrated. One of these days he'll go to WWE after talking all that smack about that company, and it won't make a difference. It won't make a difference. It won't make a difference what he said. It's business. It's all business.
Why is he overrated though?
That part's you're wrong. But the second part, doesn't matter because
I don't think that he's like a god level or anything, like on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. But why is he overrated in comparison to anyone else currently wrestling?
Good question. We'll see what he says. JP says Seth Rollins has been spending a lot of time on Good Morning Football during his time off because of his injury. I like Seth. Him and Becky told that weird story about them being in a Tesla and someone was giving them crap, so they chased him down and jumped out of the car and screamed at him because he was ripping on him because he was driving a Tesla. And I'm thinking, this kind of looks away. You got a lot of money in the bank. You're driving a car that's probably $100,000 or more. Do you need to do this? Like, grow up, man. You got a kid. What are you doing? I assume they thought it was like, well, look, we're not going to take that. Take it. It's the world. It doesn't mean it's okay to do those things, but people are trash bags. Like this idea of I'm going to chase somebody down. Why? Do you feel better? Did you make him feel worse? What was the point of that? Like,
also don't do this. Someone makes fun of your car, just let it go.
Let it go. Who cares?
You do stuff like that where you chase someone down in Atlanta, you might meet your end.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's not none of that crap is worth it, man.
I mean, you guys have a kid. Like, please tell me it was just a fake story.
I don't know. They were straight faced when they said it. Fernando, well done, Fernando. Adam Copeland. Adam Copeland's known outside the wrestling business. I have to hats off. I mean, that's a great point, actually. How did we get off on this? Tom, that's how.
Yeah, you started this with who's the most recognizable.
Yeah, you think my name's on the show or something. Who do I think I am? He says he thinks he is all that in a bag of chips. Where's that saying been for years? And the fans eat it up like when a politician's campaign, they tell you anything for your money. But that's his character, E.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that's his whole, that's the gimmick. So the fans eat it up because he's so dedicated to it.
Yeah.
The same way I eat up Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe is dedicated to his gimmick. I mean, dedicated. It's definitely him as a person turned up to, 12 or 11 or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's like MJF at a fan signing convention. He's MJF, the character, always. Like, there's
100%.
Now, if you would have came back and criticized some of his in-ring work and stuff, then maybe, we could say he's maybe overrated in the ring.
He's great on the mic. I put up the banner again, kids. John Cena's final match. I'm going to let y'all stew on that. What I want right now in the comments is to say yay or nay on this. I want to know if you like. I don't care. I want to talk about the ending, and I want everybody to give me your thoughts on the ending. And I promise we won't spend as much time on this as we did the freaking recognizability factor. I promise. But I'm curious to know what everybody thinks because everybody's got opinions, and man, have I seen some weird opinions this week. For something that's so subjective, I look at some opinions and I'm like, wow, you really don't know what you're talking about. But hey, that's my opinion too. So isn't that weird how it goes? Chris says people are, all right, Maria, welcome to the chat. Maria has entered the chat. Cena should have passed out. I'm just going to read these. Don't leave me hanging, kids. I just want to read them and then we will respond. I got thoughts on that passing out thing. No one else has an opinion on John Cena tapping out. All right. He says the Cena match was almost predictable and I knew Cena was going to lose. All right. I hear that. Who else? Nobody else cares? Maybe y'all don't care anymore. Has been almost a week. People's attention spans go by pretty quick, they tell me.
It has been a full year of this Cena run and
True.
Charging $2,000 a ticket every time you go to a wrestling event. Maybe people are just tired of it, to be honest.
That's well said. JP says mixed feelings on the Cena match. All right, Chris, you're my guest. Since you're my guest and I'm your host, what's your pleasure? What is it you like to do? Blaze us out.
I mean, I had no problem with it. It's whatever. He tapped out. It's fine. It's the thing that he didn't really do a whole lot in his career. I'm not going to say never because I'm not going to go back and review 800 John Cena matches. But it, it's the never give up thing. But Gunther made him quit. So at some point, you're trying to put Gunther over, and also me believing that this is John Cena's last match is. I still bet he'll show back up at Mania. Like, I just don't. I don't buy it because I don't buy anything that company sells me.
That's well said as well. All right. To everyone saying he should have lost, I agree. I don't know why. This thing about the time-honored tradition and, at any given time through the years, maybe I would have agreed with that. But he wasn't leaving to go to another company. He just left. So, I think, in my opinion, I believe most veterans would tell you I need to go out on my back because that's me giving back to the business, whether I'm retiring or going to another company. So I'm sure that's part of it. I'm okay that he lost. But again, you hawked merchandise for 20 years that said never give up. You did Make-A-Wish to kids all through this country, and kids with tears in their eyes and parents with tears in their eyes saying, because of your logo, because of those words, I made it through. I mean, the amount of tone deafness from that company, by the way, is off the charts. But number two, the amount of tone deafness with Cena and the whole tapping out bit is beyond me. I don't get it, kids. If you tap out, I don't know how that's different. And plus a smile on his face as he's in a chokehold that we're supposed to believe is hurting him and he can't breathe, but he's going to, whatever, man. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't necessarily like that the way it was like a wink and a nod kind of thing, which I'm never really the biggest fan of.
Yeah.
But like I said, how many people have retired in WWE and showed up 3 months later? It's like me buying anything they're upsetting you for shock value to try to get you to tune back in. Oh, he lost. Maybe he'll show up at Rumble. That's exactly what the company is doing. I know that they pitched this as his last year, but that's also just a way to try to garner ratings. And the other thing is Cena's lost a lot in this run.
Yeah.
This is the only time he gave up, but he, didn't he get absolutely demolished by Brock Lesnar? Weren't people
again? Yeah.
Weren't people just kind of done with this whole story when he, if he would have went on the Ric Flair run where he had to keep winning, and if he lost, he had to leave the business forever. If they'd have given him that storyline, maybe this has more of an emotional impact. But for me, it's just WWE being WWE.
I was in the crowd in Charlotte that night when Rick cut that promo, the one where we thought he was retiring, and he goes, "I will never retire." It's one of the loudest pops I've been in physically in a crowd. You couldn't. for 2 minutes, the pop was insane because everyone just went nuts. Because, Flair's got a great way, and plus we're in Charlotte, of course, so.
Boink Studios YouTube is the home of Tom Clark's main event, Tom Clark's 6M podcast, Bear Mode, a podcast review of The Bear, and Two Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast. Subscribe to the channel for archives that date back to 2014, with new content being uploaded every week. And check out boinkstudios.com for links to every podcast platform, social media, special announcements, and a lot more. Bookmark the site today.
Look, kids, here's what I'll tell you. 3 things real quick. One, Hunter thought it was hilarious, laughed the whole time. Number 2, they shot that crowd from the moment he tapped out. They didn't care about the ring. Didn't care about John or Gunther. All this talk about Gunther and John, who cares? They shot the crowd because they want to get get her. See how shocked he is? Get him. Hey, guys, shoot him and shoot him. And for the next 3 days, every clip they posted on socials, we can't believe it. We still can't believe it. We're just shocked. And people doing this and just shocked and shock and awe. Because they are, kids, if you don't hear anything else today, they are trolling you for all that it's worth. They are, because you know why? They don't care about you, and they never have. They stopped needing you years ago. They are trolling you. Triple H is the same guy that got in the middle of the ring and did the voice of the fan in his basement complaining on Twitter. And the people in that crowd laughed at it. He wasn't just talking about fans online. He was talking about fans, period. And they laughed because he's funny and he's not Vince. Shut up. You're getting worked. And they're doing this to you every chance they get. It's a classic Three Stooges. They don't. I'm going to stop now because I'm, crazy.
Yeah. Has there ever been a time in your life that something surprised you so much that you were like,
like that?
Yeah.
No.
Can we? This is more like fans wanting to be part of the show, which you paid your money, so do what you want. But just know that they're going to use your like and image for.
Mm-hmm.
1,000 years. Yeah, sorry, Jeff. I should have specified they should have started that when he came back. Like, instead of doing the farewell tour, I think that would have been, I would have been more interested in that. Like the Ric Flair, you can't lose a match or you're out. You're out forever. You're never making it back to Mania or whatever. But yeah, like, I don't know. I don't care. He tapped
I
out.
don't really care.
It doesn't really, I get it. Like, he's such a kid figure, but John Cena's lost a bazillion times. He's a 16-time champion. That means he lost the title 16 times or 17 times.
17.
Whatever the count is, like John Cena's lost a lot in his career. So when he shows up next year or whatever, whenever it is, he just gets the win back and it doesn't matter. They're like, we got to see him go out on top. He'll beat Gunther in some kind of match. I just don't. I believe that John Cena wants to stay retired, but I also know that WWE will just write him a fat check. And it'll show back up. Much like Stone Cold or Mick Foley Mick Foley's a different story now. But any of these legends, like, they write a fat enough check, they'll come back for something.
Maria says, can folks stop with the what about the kids? They don't believe wrestling is real like we used to when we were kids. I disagree with you. And number 2, we didn't say that kids believe wrestling is real. We were talking about the Make-A-Wish kids. I was. And that to me is important. The fact that the never give up thing. And, then you watch the show and you're like, he gave up? Really? To the point, whoever it was that made it, that he should have passed out. To me, that's leaving meat on the bone. That's saying, well, he didn't give up. They couldn't pin him. He fought so hard, but, he's a warrior. He's John Wayne. He's Dusty Rhodes. But it's his last match, so leave it alone. If you're going to put over Gunther, put him over. Let the guy pin you. Let him take his freaking head off. It's fine. But, I don't like the passing out bit.
Yeah, I just don't like the quit. The passing out thing just sets up another match.
Exactly.
Which is fine. Like, the best example is always going to be Austin not giving up. Right, like that's
of course,
and that's the thing is, as soon as you do it, it's going to be immediately compared to that. And is a Gunther and Cena match on the same level as Bret Hart versus Austin at WrestleMania 13? I don't think so. So
it's for its time. If we're going relative to the time, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I knew this. Cena had a legit injury after the match. Was he? Did I know that? I don't think I knew that. Toby says, "What's good? Doing well, my man. Hope you are." Maria says, "Come on, Tom. The Make-A-Wish kids are not dumb. They understand." Maria, you're speaking for people you don't know. Like, I appreciate your sentiment, but you are speaking for people you don't know. I don't know this.
I mean, Cena is more than just a pro wrestler, though. Like, it's
Yeah.
the mythos. Like, you protected that never give up for so long.
Exactly. Yeah.
That it inspired a lot of children, regardless of whether they believe wrestling is real or not. Like,
Yeah.
that's it becomes a different thing. And because you protected it so long, to have his final match be the one where he taps out instead of something way earlier down the line, right? Like way down the line, he could have tapped out to someone else if you wanted to do that story. To have him tap out and say it's his last match ever is just shooting all the work that you did beforehand. If you just look at it from a booking standpoint, you protected this thing and protected this thing and you protected this thing and you're gonna do it in the last match out.
Yeah.
That's why I don't buy it. Because that's how you would set up a storyline. This man has never tapped out. And then when he taps out, he's got to get his win back, right? So that's to me, that's why it didn't upset me as much, because I never bought that it was the last match we'll see Cena in. Probably not the last match we'll see Cena in the next 6 months.
Christine says he's human. I agree. I don't care what the gimmick is. The gimmick could have been, hey, I got the best hat ever. And all his hats say, best hat ever. Look here, it's the best hat ever. Do y'all like the best hat ever? I don't care what the logo is. But like Chris said, whatever your logo is, stick to it. And you know what's great is that if it did happen the other way, everybody would have either been okay with it or argued about that too. Like, you know, people are like, well, and like Maria says, well, it's not. If you're taking it as being dramatic, okay, I thought we were having an intelligent conversation here. That's what I'm trying to do. But like I said, let's wrap it up. Everyone's saying, well, this is what John wanted. Cool. It's fine. John wanted to tap out. Cool. That's his deal. I don't care. It's just weird to me. That's how I'll end it.
There's also a million ways to do a finish where John puts Gunther over. I don't know that John walked into a room and said, yeah, I'm going to tap out tonight. And if he did, that means that, like, he hasn't learned anything throughout his career. Like, it doesn't make any sense for the character. Let's take away the fact it's John Cena. Let's say that it's Joe Smith, right? And Joe Smith's entire career is built on the fact that he never submits. Like he's never quit. He never says I quit. He's never tapped out. He never gives up. That's his entire career. It doesn't even have to be John Cena. It could be anyone.
Sure.
His last match in the company, let's say this is the territory, last match, he taps out. Right? No one would do that because it kills the illusion. It kills everything that you protected for so long. Unless you're going to make Gunther tap out everyone in your company going forward, which I don't see happening. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one.
JP says you can never please everyone all the time. True. You're not tacos. You can't make everybody happy. What's up, Gerald? Good to see you. Toby says, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I was just going to say, the other thing about the kids is, like, I'm not saying, you know, there is a mythos to it, but at the end of the day, WWE is geared more towards family entertainment. It's more geared towards children. So breaking that illusion of who John Cena is, it's, you know, there's just there was no reason to do it. He could take a loss a different way and no one would care. He lost to AJ Styles and left all his gear in the ring as well. As recall that was his retirement. But he didn't tap out then, and it didn't hurt him. And it didn't hurt AJ Styles. Like there's no business reason to do it. What is the payoff?
There's no
Tell
payoff.
me that. There's the thing. If someone in the chat can explain to me what the payoff is on it, then I'll let it go.
And if the answer, Chris, is to give Gunther heat, Gunther already had heat. I'm not talking to anybody specifically in the chat. Everybody take a breath. That company has conditioned its fans that the only thing that matters on this freaking blue and green planet of ours is heat, heat, heat. It's all that matters is heat, heat, heat. And they've conditioned their fans to believe heat, heat, heat. It's why whenever a wrestler's in their hometown in that company, you know probably what's going to happen, or you suspect that person's going to get humiliated in front of his mom in the front row, because that's how the company likes to do things. Heat, heat, heat. It's all they care about. Sorry, it's the truth. We've got too many examples of that being right. Heat is all that matters.
There's also a different level of heat when you make John Cena. Like the internet was not very happy about that finish. Maybe some people in chat tend to disagree with the majority, but the majority of people disagreed with that. And it's
Totally,
you get go away heat, which now people just hate Gunther for the wrong reasons. If you wanted to give him heat, you could have been like, I'm going to retire you for real, and had him beat John Cena and then absolutely destroy him all over the arena.
Gerald says Cena doesn't have to be that character anymore. It's why he tapped out. I'm not buying that. I'm just not buying that. I don't know. I just, Gerald, what you said actually makes a lot of sense, but I still don't think I'm buying it.
Yeah, but we're supposed to be in the world of wrestling.
It's
I'm
not
supposed
real.
to think about him walking away, and now he doesn't have to pretend to be the John Cena that's on your screen. And I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. We can move along, I guess.
Yeah. They will push Gunther as the biggest heel, and they should. To whoever earlier said something about they should have him tap out everybody. Look, okay. Well, I mean, you said it too. But look, I'm okay with that. But what if Gunther F's up? Now the guy's gone that tapped out 4 legends. Where you go then? Give him a couple. But if we make him, he's the career ender. Cool. But what happens if he breaks an arm? He wants to retire. He gets pissed and walks out. Well, now it's over. And then it would have meant nothing in the long run. You want to see Gunther retire as a Hall of Famer with gray hair from that company. I'm sure that's what they want. If that's what happens, cool. And also, kids, they chanted AEW at Triple H, and they booed him. Didn't boo John. Didn't chant AEW at John. Chanted at Hunter. But it's the right move. Okay, yeah. Cool. Whatever.
I mean, the other thing about the Gunther thing is we've seen that in that company multiple times, whether it's Mark Henry or whether it is Randy Orton. And that storyline, once it runs its course of breaking all the legends down, regardless, they don't know where to go from there.
That's it. They never know where to go from there because it's incredibly hard to book.
Because eventually he has to lose, and then you would want to switch him babyface, and they never know how to handle that. Just look at Randy Orton during how much heat he had during the Legend Killer stuff, and then look at how many times he's flip-flopped from face to babyface to heel since then. And has he had anything as meaningful as when he was just that character for a while?
Mm-hmm. Heat. It's all that matters.
The payoff is more important, brother. Where are we going? Where's the payoff? What is the payoff?
Not to them. Heat's the most important thing. It'll always be the most important thing. They want to shock people. And I'm sure that not every time they film people in the crowds doing that double take, not all of them are fans. You and I know that. There's probably some plants. Doesn't mean they're all plants, but there's probably a few. Because it absolutely inspires mom mentality. When one person does something near somebody else, it encourages that person to react. I mean, it's the truth. Wrestling companies been doing it for years. Every wrestling company's done it. They're not the only ones that have done it.
One more comparison is Goku may die in a fight, but he would never quit. John Cena is WWE's Goku.
Yeah.
Man should have died before he quit.
Yeah.
That's how his gimmick worked. That's his character. It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. JP South thought Randy Orton was the Legend Killer. He was, but like Chris said, that was of every era that they talk about. It's a good observation, by the way. Of every era they ever talk about with Randy, that's the one they talk about the most is the Legend Killer. Honestly. So, kids, since we're not going to be here next week, real quick, there are 6 matches so far booked for World's End. Next week, Blue League winner versus Gold League winner. Blue League winner versus Blue League runner-up. And Blue League winner versus Gold League runner-up, semifinal matches. Semifinal number 1 versus semifinal 2. Yeah, in other words, Continental Classic, Continental Championship. There you go. Chris Statlander versus Jamie Hayter for the AW Women's World Championship. It should be a banger. Samoa Joe versus Swerve versus Paige versus MJF, as we know. And the Babes of Wrath taking on Athena and Mercedes for the AW Women's World Tag Team Championship. That's all we got so far. So there you go. That's all we got.
It's a solid card.
I think so.
Well, we don't have the final bracket for that though. Right.
Been some great matches so far.
There has the Roderick. I think it went a little long, but that John Moxley, Roddy Strong match was really good on Dynamite this week. we didn't really talk about the rest of that show, but I thought that was a pretty good match.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the tournament. We talked about it 2 weeks ago, I think. Tournament's been awesome. I've been here for it, man. I've thoroughly enjoyed the tournament. So yeah, good for them. And the complaint is always they have too many tournaments. Okay, sure. I don't know. What am I supposed to say? Cool. You're right. Move on. Like, it's fine. Let's see. Not a whole lot of other headlines happening right now, Chris. It's kind of quiet on the Western Front. I guess people are gearing up for next week.
Yeah, I mean, gearing up for the next week and then the pay-per-view, and then we're headed into Rumble season, baby, for WWE, for the WWE fans out there, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah. Kids, we're not going to keep it on headlines. Let's open this floor up and see what you guys got to say. Tom's got to get off here at the top of the hour and do some baking. We're doing Christmas at my mom's tomorrow, so Tom is the baker. That's me. And got to do Christmas. Going to make cookies and a brownie and meatballs in the crock pot. So, yeah. I'm still going to the gym 3 days a week. It's going to be 8 days a week in January because I am not eating healthy right now.
What kind of meatballs you making? You making Swedish meatballs? You making barbecue? I did a Hawaiian barbecue one year that was turned out pretty good.
I'm lazy on mine. I make nothing by hand, although I should have. I'm doing Italian meatballs in 3 cheese marinara sauce in a crock pot.
That sounds good.
It's an Italian Christmas. Isn't the Continental Classic the big tournament every year? Yeah, but they've got the Owen Hart tournament, the Owen Hart Cup tournament. And isn't there a third one?
The Continental Classic, this year's Continental Classic's the first one that I thought felt like an actual New Japan tournament, like a G1 tournament with the quality of matches they've been turning out and the time they've been giving them.
Totally agree. JP says Royal Rumble's my favorite pay-per-view. Look at you saying PLE. JP, quit drinking the Kool-Aid. Put the cup down, Jeff.
Well, pretty sure it'll be a pay-per-view, right? Don't they have that contract with ESPN Plus where you're going to have to pay extra to watch the premium live events? Isn't that
Probably
something that's
so.
happening in the future?
All right, Ray, here we go. Rex in Effect or DOS Effects. And part 2, 50 Cent and Lil Jon. I will go DOS Effects and Lil Jon. If Adam Cole invited you and your family to sing Christmas carols and you could pick the first song, what would it be? I don't know, man. That's a good song. I like that Christmas song they did in the Guardians Christmas special. That thing's freaking awesome. That's a great song. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I watched that 2 days ago. If he said you can bring a friend, can I come? Yes. Later on to get dinner, which included a barbecue brisket, fries, and water. Yes, you could. There you go.
I got DOS Effects, 50 Cent. It's Christmas song. My favorite. Well, I don't know. It's not a good caroling song, I guess, but Jingle Bell Rock would be the song I would choose. Maybe I'll bring a guitar along. Already got banned from YouTube for playing Jingle Bell Rock this year, apparently. So.
Well, there's McCartney. They're pulling you off the roof and Let It Be. They're pulling you off the roof, man. You know
and
what
yes,
I mean?
we can always enjoy some brisket.
I haven't had brisket in a long time.
Shane, I saw that. That is really sad. Greg Biffle was a good dude and a real fun personality when you could hear some interviews with him and stuff. That was sad to hear about his passing.
Yeah. And, of course, condolences to the family of Rob Reiner. Tragedy. Well, in more ways than one. Just horrible, horrible, man. So, yeah, horrible to see all that happen. So, yeah, all the best to his family and friends for sure.
Yeah,
hey, you're asking.
That one's still settling in on me. I don't have a lot to say about Rob. I did watch Spinal Tap this week, though. Oh,
I haven't watched part 2 yet. Is it great?
It's great. It's fun. We're gonna have to do it.
Yeah, I'm up for it. We got to do it. I still haven't. It's there. The icon is there on the streamer, and I just haven't clicked on it yet. You're asking me questions I probably don't want to put on the screen because again, we are here as a courtesy, or Wrestling Rumors is allowing me to be here as a courtesy, and so I'm trying not to go different directions with this thing. But you guys know how I feel. Here we go. Ooh, excellent question, Maria. Top 5 Rob Reiner movies. Dude, that's pretty good.
I can go on
Go.
this one. Princess Bride, Spinal Tap, Stand By Me, When Harry Met Sally, and actually swap When Harry Met Sally and Misery. But yeah, lots of Stephen King in there. Some of these we have talked about on the top 10 episode, the Bachman's Basement we did a while back for the Thanksgiving episode. Stand By Me is a brilliant movie. It's a very underrated story by Stephen King.
It's hard to disagree with any of yours, but I also love A Few Good Men. Also another great movie. So, yeah. God, he's so funny. Listen, I grew up with All in the Family. I'm showing my age. But I grew up with All in the Family and the Jeffersons and What's Happening, and those were my jams, man.
His interactions with Ma during the Christmas special, I just rewatched that, where her friend gets murdered in a hate crime, is really, really great acting for someone who's a comedic actor. I recommend going to watch that. Follow me on Instagram. I reposted it. So
nice. Thank you, Toby. I appreciate you. JP, you're right. That is the song. That's a great little song, too. Kevin Bacon is awesome in that Guardians movie, man. He's so good. Princess Bride and Harry Met Sally were great. I agree. Yeah, I just I started watching. I've seen it many times over the years, but The Shop Around the Corner, which was the inspiration for Sleepless in Seattle. Is it Sleepless in Seattle or You Got Mail? Maybe it's an inspiration for You Got Mail. But Jimmy Stewart, best actor of all time. Sorry.
I mean, he's no Jerry Reed, but he's all right.
Well, but to be fair, no one is Jerry Reed. Even Jerry Reed's like, man, am I really Jerry Reed? This is crazy.
I'm going to have to go back and watch Misery again now, just because I brought it up, and it's so great. It's one of the few horror films to receive some sort of Oscar nominations, and I think Kathy Bates won Best Actress off of it. So it's a great watch.
That new Matlock show is really good, by the way, if you've never checked it out. It's excellent writing in that show. It's utterly ridiculous, but it's excellent writing. It's utterly ridiculous because it's network TV. Craig Lewis, my man, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you and your family, man. I hope you're doing well. Craig worked for me years ago in my life in retail. And, he was in the trenches, brother. Let me tell you. We were on the front lines in the trenches, missing Christmas and Thanksgiving and holidays with our families and friends because they had us by the short hairs. And I'm so glad to be out of that life. But, Craig, it's good to see you, dude. I hope you and your family's doing well, man. I haven't seen Misery in years, Jeff, to your point. It's been a long time.
It is a very, very scary psychological thriller in which a writer who's written this famous series of romance novels kills off a famous character, creates this book that's what he considers his masterpiece that has nothing to do with the character. And then he has a car wreck and is taken in by a lonely lady played by Kathy Bates. And things escalate from there. And it's brilliant. Kathy Bates is incredible in it. She might be one of the scariest. Her and Jack Nicholson both. They're as far as horror acting goes, might be two of the best things I've ever seen in film. As far as horror, like an actor or actress in a horror film.
It's unsettling. She's unsettling in that movie. When are you going to do Misery on Bachman's Basement?
Because the book is kind of long as well, so that'll be one where we'll do the book and the film. It's coming up. We got some big plans. We have one that you're going to be on. So
yes, I can't wait.
Also quite a long read.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the book is thick. I have it on my bookshelf, but I don't think I can reach it. The paperback is like that thick, man. It's crazy.
But for this coming week's episode, or tomorrow's episode. The Road Virus Heads North, which is another story about a writer who has some things happen in his life as well. But it's a good one. It's a short story, so it's a shorter podcast, I guess.
Cam, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you. Please be safe up there, man. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad you checked in, dude. Good to see you. Please be careful up there, brother. Do you consider Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie? I'll let you take that first, Chris.
It's a Christmas movie.
Hmm.
Most of the songs are Christmas songs, and it happens after Halloween.
I love Tim Burton, and I should love this movie. I've never loved this movie. It's a classic, but I just don't love it.
There's a fandom that surrounds this movie that started happening in like the time when I was in high school, maybe even a little before that, where it became, I don't know that people love the movie as much as they love like merch.
Good call.
If there's a better way to say it. But I actually really enjoy that movie. I saw it when they rescreened it in IMAX, and it still looks great. The music's great. I love the Boogie Oogie Man's theme, the song that he sings at the end. I think it's a very well written blues song.
Nice. Home Alone or Christmas Story?
Home Alone for me.
Same. I can't get into Christmas Story. I was just telling somebody today. I said, by the way, I can admit it's a classic. I just don't like it. I've never been able to get into it. I don't get it. Like it never hit with me the way it's hit with so many other people. And that's fine. It don't have to hit with me, but I just can't. I can't get into it. It's not for me, man.
I like Christmas Story a lot. The back in the day when I didn't have cable and this was the 24 Hours of Christmas on TBS, it made me miss them showing action movies that day. So maybe I just wore it out. But to me, it was never like I grew up on Home Alone. I was born in '88, so kind of peak time of going through all of the Home Alones. But yeah, also me and Macaulay Culkin, we share a birthday, August 26th.
Very nice. Cam says he has the leg lamp. That's so cool.
I will say miniature leg lamp that my wife's mom got me for Christmas. I have the little miniature leg lamp. I love the movie. I do like it. It didn't make my top 5 Christmas movies though. It is a fun watch. The second one's also pretty good if you've never seen it. It's a similar jokes and a good, pretty decent take if you like the first one.
Tubby says, have you ever watched Shutter Island? The end of that movie I did not see coming. It's one of those where your mouth's hanging open at the end. You're like, what? Like it was insane ending on that movie. Have you seen it?
I've seen it, but it's been so long ago I couldn't tell you anything about it, and I always confuse it with the one where they go inside of each other's dreams. What's that movie called?
Inception.
Inception, yeah. It's been a long time since I saw Shutter Island, so I remember liking it at the time, but we're talking. It's one of those movies you see once and don't really think about. It didn't stick with me that hard.
Right. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's on Christmas. It's Christmas carols. There's Christmas trees.
Yeah.
There's
Christmas
same thing
blood.
As Batman Returns is also a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is. Iron Man 3.
Even more so than Die Hard. Batman Returns.
Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie. Sorry. Trading Places is a Christmas movie. Yeah. Fernando, we just answered that one, brother. I forget who asked it. Oh, Christine. Good God. Christine, Jesus. Can't stand Elf? Dude.
Do we have a show for you?
Let me tell you. This coming Tuesday on Tom Clark's 6M podcast, segue, Chris and I cover Elf. It's a movie watch-along that you can pair up with the film and watch it on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, whatever you want to do. Should be, it'll be out Tuesday. Christine, we're going to have a talk with you. I don't know what we're going to do.
That movie, I was really not feeling Christmas this year, and then we did that watch along, and it put me in a way better mood.
Oh, it's one of those. It's like, how do you sing a Christmas carol and be upset? Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle. How you get mad? How you get mad? You know what I mean? You're a musician. There's probably songs you're like, I gotta be in the right frame of mind. I can't just go on stage and sing this. But like Jingle Bells, I'm not happy. What? Come on. Surviving Christmas always makes me laugh. Remind me what Surviving Christmas is? Is that the Robin Williams movie? With what's his name? Joel McHale, is that his name?
If you're looking for some really crappy B horror Christmas flicks, I watched Silent Night, Deadly Knife, which should be out there for all you guys if you have Shudder subscriptions.
Interesting. Oh, it was Ben Affleck and Christine Applegate. Oh man, I don't know if I remember that one. Oh, Christmas with the Crank's a terrible movie. My God, I can't stand it. It's so freaking bad. That and the one with DeVito and Broderick, freaking terrible.
Oh, I like the one with DeVito
Hate
and
it.
Broderick.
It's
The
so
one where
freaking
he's
bad.
trying to make the Christmas lights be seen from space.
Yeah, look, if within 5 minutes I want to hit myself in the head with a brick, I can't. It's too much. That's those two movies. You put those two movies back to back, and I wouldn't make it 10 minutes. Tom done jumped off the bridge.
It's coming
Merry
from the guy who watches Hallmark movies for fun.
Don't be cracking on that. For fun, for criticism. Cam's, yeah, James Gandolfini. There you go. Maria says she saw the original Silent Night, Deadly Night in '84.
Yeah, Silent Night, Deadly Night. That's different. This is Silent. I think it's called Silent Knife. It's but it's similar. It's slasher flick. Good stuff. Both of those are
Knife,
fun.
Deadly. If it was Silent Knife, Deadly Knife, shouldn't it have been a ninja?
You would think, but no.
I would think. What's Black Christmas? I don't know if I've seen that one. What is that one?
Black Christmas is also a B horror flick. That's pretty good.
By the way, completely unrelated. Condolences to Kevin Smith's family. He lost his mom last week. So hated to hear that. I know they were incredibly tight. So he's taking time off from his podcast. So I hope everything's going well on his end for sure. Got to shout out your well, I'm going to call him up here, but don't nobody get it twisted. Okay, he's up there and I'm way down here, but still, we both do podcast.
For yeah, that was very sad, especially because he posted that she had made a comeback like the day before, and then shortly after I posted that, and I feel like I know Kevin Smith's mom because I listened to his podcast so much back in the day, and he always has these stories. Yeah, I feel for the guy. Yeah, so yeah, Black Christmas. That's a great movie. Read some of the urban legend around the babysitter and the man upstairs, and it makes the movie better as far as something to be scared of.
Ray said you've seen the Doomsday teaser trailer. I don't think that's an actual trailer, right? Marvel hasn't officially put anything out unless I missed it today. It's all supposedly leaked. I won't believe anything until I see it. AI is too much all over the place. When I see the actual trailers, when I'll believe what I'm seeing. But I can't wait for it. I'm definitely in the bag for that company. I've made no secret about it. So people can hate if they want to. I don't care. I'm here for it. Well, Chris, I think that's going to do it for us, man. Gerald, I appreciate you very much. Before we get out of here, Chris, plug away and let people know where they can find you on the internets.
Yeah, so it's Bachman's Basement, Boink Studios, a podcast. This week we're doing The Road Virus Heads North, and then after that we're doing The Man Who Loved Flowers, which, if you've never heard of that short story, it's a very intriguing one. For sure. It's one that will take you by surprise. It's more of a true crime Stephen King book. So it's one to check out. And yeah, in the Patton Report, just did a whole history of Mega Man. So if you ever played any of the Mega Man games, Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, Mega Man X, Mega Man Legacies, Mega Man Soccer, I cover all of that on the Patton Report. And then Tom and I are going to be talking about content creation and movies and all sorts of stuff coming soon to a Patton Report near you. And as far as Instagram, Facebook, Christopher.r.patton. No, Christopher, what is it? Christopher. Yeah, it's Christopher.r.patton and then Chris.r.patton on Instagram or Twitter.
There you go.
Brutalized that one. My co-host, Chris Clausen, also check him out. You can find him through all of the same accoutrements.
There you go. Chris, thanks as always, my friend.
Thank you. Everyone have a happy holidays, happy Hanukkah for everyone celebrating that. And, have a great New Year if I don't talk to you before then.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you, brother.
Thanks.
Here we go. All right, kids, there you are. I just told Chris I'd see him later, but I'm going to see him Sunday. It's been a long week, but it's okay. Yeah, latest episode of the Patton Report coming next Thursday. It's Chris and I just having like an open discussion about podcasting and content creation, the ups, the downs, the in-betweens. So we hope you guys will tune into that. Remember, if you want to follow me, I'm everywhere. Go check out Boink Studios on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. Nothing's behind a paywall. We don't charge you a dime, okay? All the content's free going back to 2014. And, you know, whatever you guys are into, we've got it. We got pro wrestling, we've got books, we got movies, we got albums, we've got songs, we've got TV shows, we've got sports, you name it, we got it. So, yeah, go check it out. Tom Clark's Main Event, of course, as you know, Tom Clark's 6M podcast, Two Nations Entertainment, Ted Lasso podcast. We reviewed the entire series of Ted Lasso, and we will review next season when it comes. Also, check out Bear Mode, a podcast review of the Bear. Pretty self-explanatory. Season 2 is coming very soon, so stay tuned for that. Also, check out Ray Sports and Slams every Monday live at 6 p.m. on the Facebook and on Boink Studios YouTube. And, of course, check out the Patton Report and Bachman's Basement. Patton Report's on Thursdays. Bachman's Basement's on Saturdays. We have a full slate, kids. And to everyone wishing me a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, same to you guys. I appreciate you all very much. Thank you so much for watching. Kids, a reminder, we will not be here next week, okay? We will not be here. This is our last episode of 2025. It's been a blast hanging out with you this year. I appreciate it very much. To everybody that watches and subscribes and listens live and watches live and after the fact, thank you very much. We couldn't do any of this without you guys watching and kind of be a waste of time. So I appreciate all you guys very much. Do me a favor. Be nice to each other. Be good to each other, okay? We are all we got, all right? So don't ruin it. Don't blow it. We are all we got. Don't blow it. Accept people, okay? People are just people. Whether you agree with them or not, they're just people. Different skin color, different background, different persuasion. You don't got to like nothing, but they are part of the community, all right? They are still your people, all right? It just, we got, you know, some people get it. Some people will never get it. To people who never get it and get offended by people saying things like what I'm saying right now, you're part of the people who will never get it. It's a shame. It's a shame, but that's where we are. Thanks as always, kids. Again, folks, I appreciate you very much. Everybody have a great holiday. As Chris said, Happy Hanukkah if that's what you celebrate. Merry Christmas if that's what you celebrate. Happy Kwanzaa to you if that's what you celebrate. If you don't celebrate anything, you know what? Have a great week next week, man. What more can I tell you? I appreciate y'all very much. Thanks as always for hanging out. We'll see you 2 weeks from today in 2026. That's what we got. We appreciate it, kids, very much. And we'll see you next time, kids.